Alright, good morning. So, this video I want to talk about a couple things, but I'm going to try what the kiddos have been doing, or all people. What do they call it? Unboxing? I think it's pretty ridiculous, but if it works and people do it, great. But sincerely, I want to share products that... And this is what videos on the side of the road when you're semi-homeless and living out of your car. Sorry, it's not going to be tremendous audio. I'm going to work at finding quieter places, but sometimes I just want it to be when I'm feeling the emotion of what I'm feeling, and I want it to be authentic without annoying the crap out of you. But when I was living on the farm, you heard roosters and my landlady cursing across the yard. Here you're going to hear the cacophony of a city at times, so bear with me. But the main reason is I also want to follow up on yesterday. So first major flare in a while, and it's scary when this happens because I was on such a roll. I start to think maybe I'm getting out of this, even though I've been let down so many times. It's like Groundhog Day over and over. But yesterday, turns out, was just small setback, and I did as much self-care as I could do. But I want to be real with you that all these modalities I espouse, from qigong to yoga to getting in the water, on my sick days sometimes I can't do it, and I don't want to lie to you and say, oh yeah, I do it all. Well, but I will say that I do portions of it, and I make it happen. And you can't always do that, but be gentle, but also push yourself, is like I always say. So I got in the ocean yesterday, and guess what? I still was crashed out. It was cold. It felt great while I was in it. Felt good moments after, but then some wind kicked up, and I was freezing my ass off on the beach, shivering, which isn't a great benefit to my body, and doing the video that I did yesterday about being in flare underneath my down blanket. So then, but after that, I did meditate. I got all bundled up and I meditated for 20 minutes, keeping my streak of going that I've been doing. And even that is something I've had to learn to force myself through, because I will admit, it took me doing meditation in pain to realize that it helps even on my worst days. So I encourage you, if you do try to utilize meditation, to just, you don't have to sit in, lotus position. You can just lay down. You can do however you feel, especially if you're flared up. We get this sort of thought that it has to be in this blissful environment. It has to be under idyllic conditions, and it has to be looking a certain way. I hope through my videos that you see that despite what is assumed about me, or assumed about a lot of people, whether they're doing a perfect yoga pose, whether they sit in lotus, it's not always that way, and it doesn't have to be. And so here's part of the video: rebounding. I feel good today. I rode off yesterday. I got to a cafe last night after things had worn off. I ordered CBD dominant cannabis flower, which they deliver here, and they were super helpful. I wish California would subsidize their medical patients like New Mexico's doing, but they're not there yet. And I wish they would list terpenes as well, but they're not there. I hope to be part of that push to get people to do this in the cannabis industry. But I realized once again how powerful the right strain can be. I use something called Harmony Rose. It's a 1-to-1, pretty close, in THC, CBD, and it was fantastic. It allowed me to do a little bit of writing, do a little bit of research online, and then I was in bed at my parking lot by about 9 p.m. and got some good sleep. Plugged in my CPAP again last night for the first time in a couple days, which was really helpful, realizing I can't go without that. So again, the good with the bad. Have a flare. Guess what? I learned some of my triggers. Overdoing it, too much sun. The day before my flare, I was out in the sun all day at Palos Verdes. I can't do that anymore. I was walking like a grandpa who's 80 years old. People were whipping by me, but I still overdid it. I cooked for a friend, did a bunch of stuff. It's one factor, but I think the other factor is sleeping without my CPAP, sleeping in my car that has mold in it for sure, but not like in abundance, but enough to trigger me at times when I have to close the windows more. That leads us and segues us into what I'm going to talk about. Dun dun dun! Unboxing. So, I will find the exact price, but I think I paid about 15 bucks for this. And this is from, and I have no affiliation with these products. What I'm going to do is openly give you what I've experienced from certain products. If those people end up sending me products, if they end up doing something for free, you will always know it. And it'll only be companies that I actually 100% believe it has helped me or is a quality product. That is my promise whenever I'm doing this, but I have to also support myself to do these things. So I warn you that there will be affiliated products. There will be things that I hope to be doing ads for, but only things I fully believe in. This is not one of them. All I can say is I've used products like this, which I'll show you, and they're hanging in my car now. And so how do we remediate certain allergens and things that we have when we have chronic illness, especially mold? Mold is a motherfucker. And I can't even say it lightly enough. It's super huge part of my experience with chronic illness. And I'm not gonna go into in depth on the intricacies of mold illness. That's another video, another time. But enough of you know that we're coping with this. And some of you who are not chronically ill are actually being affected by mold, and you don't know it, but it is, and it's something you can eliminate as well. So, I got an abundance. Gosh, I can't believe how much stuff. But, so these are fabric bags. They have a little place to put some tethering, and I hang them in my car. Bamboo air purifying bag. 100% organic, eco-friendly, reusable, bringing what makes Tennessee great to the rest of the world. I wonder if it's from Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee before, and I like Tennessee. I don't even know if they talk like this, but I like Tennessee. Am I gonna get in trouble for using accents? I don't care. So, yeah, I'll read up on it. So it says, place your Tennessee Home Goods refrigerator box anywhere in your refrigerator or freezer for absorption of odors. That's it. It's working. 100% activated bamboo charcoal. Completely unscented, which is a huge thing. We put all these Febreze, all these plugins. Fuck. I go into people's houses and I've had to leave because it's overwhelming the amount of synthetic scents that people are surrounding themselves in the thought that it's smelling synthetic or Clorox or whatever it is, plugins. Holy smokes. Let me tell you, my friends who have cats and they use plugins, you mix that with cat urine from the litter box, and I don't care who you are, unless you got your cats separated, we all smell it. Guess what? It's not a good smell. It's better off with just the little scent of cat urine. So, that said, I love cats. I was a cat owner myself, but let's be real, you know. They can be a nightmare with the smell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items, and I will tell you, I think it was maybe 19 bucks. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna use these for my storage, small storage space in my car, and this will help, you know, pull odors for sure, but it'll take that dampness out. Now it's not gonna, if you have mold or mycotoxins or spores, this isn't gonna pull it out, and you gotta remediate that in a different way, and that's a whole more in-depth video for another time that I'll hopefully have one of my mold experts with me to discuss this, so that there's a lot of BS out there, and that's also one of my themes that I wanna do in my videos is no bullshit, all right? There's tons of it out there. I'm not gonna tell you any magical scenarios. This stuff's hard. It sucks most of the time trying to do it when you have illness, but you gotta do it because it sucks worse to be affected by these things. So That's as deep as I want to go. It's 10 minutes in. And number one, you can rebound after a day down. Just have that faith in yourself that you can get better the next day. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it certainly puts you in the right frame of mind. And then this morning, first thing I did, got out barefoot, got into the park, did my Qigong, did my meditation. And here I am at like 9 a.m. and I feel, I'd say like $1,000. I'm working towards 1 million and we'll get there. But yesterday I was like $1 for putting it in financial terms. So it can change. Hopefully I'll give you feedback on these products. I'm gonna show you the other brand that I've been using. And I also want to follow up with how long they last, their efficacy and things of that nature. So follow along. Please subscribe to my channel because I need 100 subscribers just to get my URL. And then I can do like a full-on launch of this thing and I'm gonna pimp myself out wherever I can. Sorry for that term, but you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's it for now. Hope everyone's having a great day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever. Peace.